And then we're going to figure out what you want to do today. Sounds good? Yes or no? Yes? All right.
This program features real direct support professionals, or DSPs, from across New York State working with people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. DSPs work in many settings and take on diverse tasks, but their goal is always the same: helping people live valued, meaningful lives in their communities. The work can be stimulating, challenging, and fulfilling, but it's not for everyone. Understanding the nature and expectations of direct support work before employment helps you choose a job that's the right fit, boosting your commitment, professionalism, and job satisfaction. The key is figuring out if it's the right fit for you.
Not a lot of people know what a direct support professional is or what they do. Even people in the field have a hard time understanding it because they do so many different things. They can be a nurse, they could be a social worker, they can be helping someone get dressed, helping them eat. The work that they do is just, it spans the gamut of someone's daily life.
In this home, a DSP might do something basic as cleaning bathrooms, to as involved as G-tube care, wound care, catheter care, Hoyer lifts.
DSPs assist people with grooming, showering, getting dressed, and eating as needed, and drive people to work and to day programs.
Doing doctor's appointments, holding people's hands at the end of life. We're responsible for someone's life every day.
Some DSPs do work with people on getting out of bed, getting dressed for work and things like that. But that's an added part of what they do. They do so much more.
DSPs teach self-advocacy and self-empowerment skills, assist people in selecting and coordinating activities, and help those they support to be involved in their communities.
Marvin, I'll take this. Thank you so much.
As a DSP, your duties may vary by location, your schedule, and the people you support. In every case, your work will be person-centered, meeting the needs of each individual.
If you could change anything in here, what would you want to change it to?
The paint.
The paint? What's wrong with the paint?
I don't like the color.
What color would you want it to be?
Blue.
Blue? You think we should ask him if we can paint it
Yeah.
blue? Okay. I help her pay her bills. I help her with problem solving. Sometimes she helps me with that too as well.
Yep.
It's my job as a DSP to help people become as independent as possible within their own lives. It could be going in and ordering your own food instead of having someone order it for them. It could be developing the skills to not need a DSP. It all depends on where that person's at in their life and that goal to get them as far along as possible.
The field has really transformed. The work really was a lot of caregiving. It was a lot of task orientation. And now the work has really kind of moved towards this support provider, somebody who kind of works alongside someone and helps them through whatever they have going on that day.
Oh, okay.
Ron has worked as a DSP for over 20 years. For the past 6, he has provided support to Chris and Verna, a couple who live in their own apartment. Chris is developing his skills as a DJ.
Then he's reached out to look for those opportunities as a DJ in different functions, and that has expanded his circle of acquaintances in the community.
Marisol has supported Josh for several years.
So when I started this job, I had very minimal medical training. A lot of stuff you learn as you're going.
Josh requires feeding through a gastronomy tube, or G-tube.
The G-tube is placed by the doctor, and then from there, we're given orders as to what nutrients are given.
Abisola manages a home for 10 adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
They wake up around 6 o'clock. Their staff, the DSP, will assist them doing day-to-day activities. Denise is a 71-year-old. She's retired. She's very happy. She's very enthusiastic in whatever she's doing, and she gets involved.
You help people to achieve a good balance of health in all different areas, so mental health, emotional health, physical health. All the way up. I help people take medication that's prescribed by their doctors, help them to understand what diagnoses a medical professional has given them, what that means to them, and how to make healthy choices.
Documentation is vital in direct support work. It keeps everyone informed, helps you stay connected with your team, and ensures compliance with rules and policies.
We do have paper documentation to a certain degree, and then we do have the kiosk there, which tracks a lot of digital information that our supervisor, our assistant, the treatment teams, anyone can look into.
Yeah, this one. Hi, we're from Meals on Wheels. We stopped by with some fruit.
Nathan's job as a DSP involves finding community activities that build job skills for the people he supports.
Today we went to Meals on Wheels. We took deliveries on the train, and we took them to different people's houses and delivered the food to them. We had people that were working on transportation goals, helping them to navigate, making sure that they were finding the subway.
Meals on Wheels.
Oh, okay.
Meals on Wheels.
Some direct support professionals work as job coaches or employment specialists, assisting people in preparing for and succeeding in jobs in their communities.
That's one of your managers?
Yes.
Yeah. Mainly my job is visiting them at their work sites. I go in, I observe them, I speak with them and their managers, make sure everything's good and there are no conflicts or any problems.
Angela works in a home, supporting people with complex medical needs and behavioral challenges.
It's a really fun, energetic house. Our management team is really, really great at training the staff that are coming in.
1, 2, 3, moving.
As a DSP, Camille assists people in getting ready for the day and doing the things they enjoy in their community.
Matthew, we have to wait for another customer, so we have to just form a line here.
I'm a driver, so we go out in the community. We go to the park, we go to the movies, we go shopping. I try my best to make them as independent as possible.
Candace has worked as a DSP for just over a year. She supports Katie, a young woman who directs her own services.
I don't work in facilities. I go to people's homes and I teach them life skills such as cooking, cleaning. Katie does have some dietary restrictions, so we do like to pick out specific recipes that cater to that so that we can live a healthy lifestyle.
Darylyn manages a supportive living program, assisting people with many day-to-day goals.
It could be a medical appointment, managing their meds, healthy choices, meal planning. Which one do you think is healthier? Yeah, the lean one. So I'm gonna sprinkle it in there and then you stir it around, okay?
Yeah.
We're helping people to live as independently as possible and watch them succeed.
Thanks, Chet. All right, BJ, what would you say?
It should be about this person's life, not about checking the box in the process.
BJ is a disability rights advocate. He leads a very active life and directs his own services.
Without the DSPs, I wouldn't be able to do the advocacy that I do and do what I need to do to live the life I want to live. Debbie is an awesome human being. I've never had anybody in my life who will say, what do you want to do? And if it's challenging, we sit down and figure it out. Without the assistance, I would probably be stuck at home just watching soap operas or whatever and being bored out of my mind.
Elena works in a children's residential program that supports boys with disabilities.
What makes it a good day? When they're happy. What I mean by that, if you come in with good energy, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a good day with them.
Brian is now 20 years old. He has autism. He needs 24/7 care. He'll always need support.
So I feel like it's good that we can communicate with the parents all the time, let them know what's going on. They stop in when we have different events.
Iranzi supports several individuals, including Nikki, a young woman who uses assistive technology to communicate.
Nikki's a very happy individual. She's always smiling, so we get along really well. Do you want to plan your outfit for tomorrow? They always have a choice of what they want to eat, how they want to dress, because this is their home. We don't tell them what to do.
People that we support require a little more medically, physically,
Maya, she gets very anxious and cries or hits herself, so we try to do whatever we can to support her.
When we go out into the community, I feel like I model what it's like to have a friend with disabilities. Zachary is a wonderful young man. Sometimes when we're in the community, they'll ignore him. Maybe they're not comfortable because they can't understand his words, but they'll focus on me and ask me what he wants. But when he's been going to the same place for a while, people become comfortable.
Tony is a deacon in his church and active member of his community. He values his independence.
I should be able to live on my own without.
Many direct support professionals find their work challenging, fulfilling, and immensely rewarding.
I love what I do.
I look forward to going to work every day of the week.
I love getting up in the morning and knowing that I am going to help somebody else make their life better.
I like making a difference in their life.
It's very gratifying. At the end of the day, you come home with a happy face.
The most rewarding about this job is that you are happy helping people to make them to go to the highest level, to their capacity.
And I just love the energy of the house. I love the people that we work with. I love the people that we support.
There is a reason that we come back every day, watching people succeed, watching those moments of joy.
You want a hug? Yeah. Okay.
I like to stay busy. I like to do things. And being able to do that with other people and help them discover their likes, their dislikes along the way is just absolutely wonderful.
I feel a sense of accomplishment. We have one gentleman we support who couldn't talk, and now he can say up to 30 words.
When I came in, I didn't think I was going to be a good coach because it was, brand new to me. I learned along the way. I feel like in this job, you're always learning, always finding something new.
I feel that I'm doing something meaningful to help the quality of life for individuals, and I learn a lot about myself.
Working as a DSP, especially at a younger age, helps you get ready for things in your life. It's taught me how to make a meal. It's taught me how to do laundry for large amounts of people. It's taught me how to clean my house. It's taught me how to take responsibility. It's taught me how to deal with medical things that come up. I think it teaches empathy. I think it teaches responsibility. It teaches you to be part of something bigger than just yourself. It teaches you respect. I think it just teaches you to be a better person.
It's a tough job, it's a challenging job, but it's a very fulfilling job. Making a difference in their lives, and that is a DSP's job,
Working as a direct support professional can be challenging. You will have the responsibility of ensuring the safety and well-being of those you support. And your job expectations will be demanding and continually evolving to meet individual needs.
One of the things that can be challenging is you want to help the individuals, but you've got to step back and be supportive.
There's some things that you could do very quickly, but making sure that you give them the time, because really it's about them doing the skill and not about you making it quick.
The difficult part from my job and my position, I would say, is the paperwork. I get it done, but it takes dedication. If you're not dedicated to your work, you're gonna slack.
What's wrong? Nothing. Nothing? Are you okay?
As a DSP, you may support individuals who exhibit challenging behaviors. You will need to understand what those behaviors communicate and how to maintain a positive environment, keeping yourself and those you support safe.
Maya will take her front teeth and scrape her arm. She'll hit her legs, her forehead.
Sometimes it can be challenging, but you know never to take it personal.
You take a deep breath, you stand back. You may have to excuse yourself and ask another staff to step in.
The most challenging part of my work is probably the emotional aspect of it. You are helping people live their lives, but with that does come issues, whether they get sick, they get hurt. I've lost people that I've cared for. And it weighs on you.
It's challenging most days. If you are feeling that burnout, we just ask, like, take your days off, use your PTO.
Another challenge for direct support professionals and the people supported is the high rate of staff turnover. Losing staff can affect the amount of work you have to do and create uncertainty or distress for the individuals you support.
You come into people's lives and they share the things, and a few weeks later, that staff is gone. A lot of times it's because of the rate of pay, and that causes trust issues.
The wages are not the best.
It's fun, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of work.
When new staff come in, I see a couple of them hold their expectations that this is going to be easy and this is going to just be a piece of cake. It's not.
Initially, it's very overwhelming, but I think that you'd be surprised on what you can do and what you can grow to be into if you give it a chance.
Working successfully as a direct support professional requires a combination of personal qualities, including honesty, integrity, and respect for the people you support. Advanced training and years of experience are not essential, but it is important that you genuinely enjoy being around people and are committed to helping those you support live rich, fulfilling lives.
I look for people who are compassionate and they're willing to help out and to reach out and to advocate for people with disabilities.
As a DSP, you must not be afraid to speak up on behalf of the people you support. And, equally important, you will support people to speak for themselves in all matters and offer assistance when needed.
Because the role is such a complex role, we look for people that are good problem solvers, people that can critically think, to be able to make decisions very quickly.
You're doing a great job, honestly. Okay. You just your appetite wasn't 100% today? No.
When I hire a DSP, I look for timeliness, organization skills, and a healthy sense of humor.
If you have a short fuse, this is not the career for you.
You have to have patience to work here. You have to have a lot. And when I first started, I didn't have patience. I grew patience working here.
The idea of walking side by side with a person to navigate whatever their life is, the way that they want to see it, the way that they want to do it.
A person that is willing to listen.
DSPs are most successful when their skills and interests match the job, the organization's culture, and the needs and interests of the people they support.
I think a very important factor is to know you're matching to that person as well, your likes and dislikes, and whether you'll blend with his person.
You definitely have to be in this because you love it.
If your heart is not into this job, don't do it.
Don't come in expecting it to be easy, but come in with confidence.
For the right person, like me and many of the others involved in this field, it's not necessarily just about the money. It's because you like what you do, you want to make a difference, you want to support people. That's, I think, why people stay in this field so long when they do stay.
You have to want to be here. You have to care. You have to want to make a difference. You have to want to help and assist and grow. And if you're not here for that, you're not going to be here for very long.
The people we serve just want people to care about them as well. They don't want them to look at them as different because they're no different than we are.
Make sure that you realize that the person that you might be working for, they are human. They want the same thing as you want.
Working as a direct support professional can be a rewarding, fulfilling career. Consider carefully the responsibilities and expectations of this job and decide if this is the right work for you.